Oh man, what's happening, everybody? Happy Friday. Welcome back to another Star Wars stream. Certified Gumbo. Ducky Momo in the chat. The Captain's Long. What's happening? We're dropping out of hyperspace. Let's go. Man, we're here to talk about Star Wars Visions. What's good? What's happening, man? Good to see y'all. I am back. Thank you to everybody being the Captain's Log and Whitney for joining the Discord and watch along with me doing the watch party. I did a watch party today on the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, I don't know what you're doing. There's a link down below. Join now. Do that right now, man. Right now. We got conversations going on in there all the time about all types of things, various topics. It's a fun time. You should join us today. But yeah, so I will be doing watch parties at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the Discord for each of the episodes of Star Wars Visions. So if you want to join me, go ahead, join the Discord, join me at 7 p.m. on Friday, and also join in on the conversations happening in there. But okay, that's it. That's my opening spiel. Also, make sure you keep an eye out for the shorts. We're going to be posting a lot more shorts on the channel. I just posted a 15 second review of this episode, which we're going to have a conversation about right now. That being said, let's get into it. Let's rank this episode on a scale of 1 to 10 for everyone who watched. Where do you rank this episode, The Duel? For me, it's a solid 8.5. That was amazing. That was absolutely amazing. That was a brilliant animation. My only complaint literally is that it was too short. I needed more. Like, they announced today that season 2 is something that the producers are very much interested in, and I am here to say to Disney and Lucasfilm right now, give the producers of The Duel a miniseries on Disney Plus, 8 episodes following the adventures of this character. I need to see more of him. I need to see more of this droid. Everything that I just need to see more of it. Okay, I need more. This was such a good episode, man. I'm happy because before this even premiered, I was like, this is going to be my favorite episode. I saw the promo footage. I saw all of the imagery that they were posting online, as they were promoting this series, and this episode stood out to me the most. Not this episode, but the promotion around the episode. I was like, oh, this is going to be good. I could tell. I was like, yo, this is probably going to be, this for me will probably be my favorite episode in Visions. And thus far, although this is the only episode I've seen, I'm, pretty confident that this is probably going to be my favorite. There might be a surprise, favorite, or maybe a surprise episode that is a lot better than maybe I anticipated, but I don't see anything surpassing this. And if it does, kudos to them. They also deserve a miniseries. But yeah, no spoilers, please, for the other episodes. Let's keep it focused on the Duel for now. We would definitely want to extend this out. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a weekly thing for each of the episodes. They did release all 9 episodes online. So you can go and binge it if you want to. Like, they're like, I think at most 20 minutes. I just scrolled through the selection of episodes before I watched it, and this was like one of the shorter ones, one of the best ones, short but sweet. But I'm definitely, I said this in the short that I posted. Make sure you go watch that. That I want to see a miniseries for this character. Like, I need this story. I need them to take their time to develop a story. 45-minute long episodes like they're doing with The Mandalorian and with Ahsoka and all the other Star Wars shows. I need 40 to 45-minute episodes. Not 40 to 45 episodes. 40 to 45-minute long episodes. And an 8-episode series, 6 or 8 episodes. I don't care. I don't think I need like a long multiple season saga, but something like the Kenobi series, that's supposed to be 6 episodes. Give me that mini series, short to the point, following this character, and then boom, there you have it. But yeah, I'm hyped, man. This is really good. I'm looking forward to watching the rest of these episodes. See what's saying. Everybody's saying in the chat. My mom is in here. She said, love the monochromatic. Yes, the black and white feel. It's very Kurosawa. I love that about it. It felt very much like a Kurosawa film. And something that I want to talk about in regards to this episode in particular is how much, how grounded episodes that include Jedi and Sith feel when it has that Bushido way of the samurai theme. Like, I'm not trying to bash the High Republic, but I think something that kind of sort of falls flat for me with the High Republic is the fact that it's a very kind of sort of medieval telling of the Jedi Knight story, and I don't associate like knights, medieval time knights with the Jedi. Like, the Jedi are samurai for me. Like, so this whole the Bushido way of the samurai, way of the warrior, the Eastern ideology and feel behind this episode is why it felt like Star Wars. Like, it felt like an actual, like, maybe pre-Republic time period, following the adventures of a wandering Force user. We don't know if he was a Jedi. Like, he's got training, obviously. We saw that he encountered a Sith Lord. She was amazing, but it felt right, if you know what I mean. Like, it's not like this stylistically has to be the way you go, but I think when you write characters that are Jedi or Sith, like, you've got to draw and pull from Eastern ideology, especially like Buddhism and Bushido, and like make it feel like some sort of a samurai story. I think George Lucas definitely went for that when he was creating the original trilogy and the prequels. Like, it's no mystery. Like, he's a huge Kurosawa fan. Like, he's one of his biggest inspirations. So naturally, this story and them, going to Japanese storytellers for this anime is why it feels like a good fit. Like, I think a lot of people didn't know, how far off the scope this would be, being that it's not canon. But man, this felt so well. It fits so well into the Star Wars saga, into the story itself. Like, it feels canon even though it's not canon, if that makes any sense. Like, it feels like it could fit. You could just drop this in a time period and it would absolutely make sense. Like, you could totally do that with this. Like, it didn't feel out of place. It felt very much like Star Wars. It was a big departure from what we're used to, but it still felt like it belonged in the universe, which was really, really cool. A lot of 9s, man. I'm with y'all. You know what? I'm gonna change my score. This is definitely a 9. This is a 9. I gave it an 8.5, but it's a 9 because my only knock is that it was short and I wanted more. That's my only complaint. The captain's log says, this made me realize I need to see more Sith battles. Man, let me tell you, you need to read the Bane trilogy. Drew Karpyshyn. Go ahead and do that. Do yourself a favor and read that. It will not disappoint. It's your favorite for sure. Okay, so I'm assuming, Daniel, you've seen all of the episodes. Good. Please don't spoil anything for me, because this is seriously, this is the only episode I've watched. I'm going to watch each of these episodes in the Discord one at a time, every Friday, so you guys can kind of sort of experience me experiencing each of these episodes for the first time, and then I'll come in here and talk about it with you all. Ducky Momo says, cool fight, interesting story potential, very good. Absolutely agree. Yeah, that kind of sort of, not the speaking on the High Republic thing, it was something that they had said in the promotion of the High Republic, like it's an Arthurian type of tale, Knights of the Round Table. This is the type of aesthetic and feel that they were going for, and that kind of like took me aback a bit. I was like, ooh, hold on, I don't know about that. Like that, not there's nothing wrong with the Arthurian legends and the tale of chivalry. Like, it is inevitably the ideology of chivalry and Bushido and all of that, and being a good upstanding soldier, fighting for something, fighting for what's right, fighting for honor, all of that stuff. That's beautiful. However, that is often rooted in chivalry, medieval times, all of that's rooted a lot in Christianity, and that's not necessarily what the Force and the Jedi kind of sort of, that's not that vibe. It's more of it's more Buddhist, it's more Eastern, it's not Taoism, yeah, or is it Taoism? I think like it's more of that, like it's more natural, not for theology, right? Like, it's nature and the Force, everything being connected, like spiritually, for a samurai, being connected to nature, being one with nature, being one with life, basically, and being able to protect that is it mirrors more so the Jedi way, because that's kind of what the Force is. The Force is what binds the galaxy together. It's what connects all living things. It's very, very Eastern, and that's the source of their power. And for if the legends are to believe about the samurai and how they live their life, like, yeah, nature is sort of like the epitome of all things for them. And so for them to be to have that connection, that deep connection with nature, and feel like nature was their ally and was going to help them in battle and help protect them, like, yeah, like that's very much like the Force. That's what it was inspired by. Like, it's very much inspired by Eastern ideologies, and also Western. Not a knock against chivalry or anything, but that's, if you want a story about Jedi or Sith to feel like it's in the vein of what George Lucas was creating, then yeah, you'd have to do something like this. Like, it would have to feel like a very Eastern tale. Like, it would almost need to jump out of Japanese folklore, if you will, for it to just kind of sort of, doing it. Yeah, that's what the Force is really based on. It's a lot of ideology of Buddhism and Taoism, and like, if you look at how rooted in nature a lot of the Japanese religions are, and some of the Korean and Chinese, but definitely Japanese, because that was George Lucas's inspiration. There's such an emphasis on nature and Mother Nature, and nature being almost the supreme being. You can see how that influenced how he created the Force, and the Jedi's devotion to the Force is much like the samurai's devotion to nature and to Taoism and to Buddhism, because oftentimes they were either Buddhist or they were Taoist, or borrowed from a bit of both. And that's kind of sort of what the Jedi are. Like, there's this understanding that we're all connected through the Force, we're all connected through nature, what have you. That's my spill. And back to the episode, this felt like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the wayward soul, the Ronin, wandering through this village. We have no idea who this guy is. We don't know what his allegiance is. He has a red lightsaber. Is he a Sith? Is he a Jedi? He never acknowledges one or the other, which I thought was brilliant. That is very much in the vein of a Ronin. That's what they did. They had no master. Like, that's what a Ronin was. It was Ronin is a samurai without a master. They have no lord to call, to command them. Like, they're just, they're mercenaries in some capacities, but like they're just out wandering the Japanese landscape, taking odd jobs, to basically support themselves. And that's what he is. And kind of sort of, if you think about the original trilogy, that's kind of sort of what Obi-Wan was at that point. And Yoda and the survivors, like the surviving Jedi, I've heard George Lucas reference and say, draw that parallel to the Ronin. Like, they are out basically on their own after Order 66, trying to survive. And that is much of, that's the way of the Ronin. Like, that's when the Bushido collapsed and the old ways of Japan died and imperialism took over. The samurai, for the most part, were left jobless, and many of them became Ronin, and just wanderers, as mentioned in this. And so that's why it felt like, yeah, this really could fit in that timeline, because it can fit in the canon. Like, if they wanted it to, it totally could. But man, it was, the more I think about it, the better I think the episode is. Like, I didn't think it was, I have no complaints about the episode. Like, I'm going to watch it again. Whitney, as a matter of fact, she said that there were a lot of Easter eggs. I'm going to be honest with you, I missed probably most of them. I'll have to go back and watch. I did see, I saw some of them. I can't remember. I know that there was an AT-AT, kind of sort of, was that like I don't know if that was their base, but it was like the body of an AT-AT in there. The droid was awesome. Like, I love that I saw the whistling birds reference. That was kind of obvious. I don't think that was an Easter egg. I liked that. I don't know. It's hard. I've got to rewatch it to really dissect what the Easter eggs are and all the connections and things like that. But I loved the score. The score was amazing too. I haven't seen a lot of people talk about the music, but that score was awesome. I heard Duel of the Fates, but with that Japanese type of twist to it. That was amazing when they were fighting on the log. Like, it was Duel of the Fates playing, but it had it was a remix, man. That was sick. I love that. I want the soundtrack. That's for sure. I hope it's on Apple Music or something. I would download it. I would definitely download it. But hey, man, 14 minutes. I was expecting like a 20-minute episode, to be honest. So I don't know. What do you guys think though? Let me know in the comments, man. I want to hear you guys and get some feedback from you. I got 7 people watching right now. If you're just now joining, make sure you drop your rank for the episode on a scale of 1 to 10. I gave it a 9. Most of the chat is giving it a 9, but if you're just now joining, make sure you put your score in there. I want to know where you rank this episode before we get out of here. What's the next episode? Is Tatooine Rhapsody? I think that might be surprisingly good. We need a solid 23 minutes and nothing less. A 23-minute stream or a 23-minute episode? I'm so confused. 23-minute episode. I can definitely do a 23-minute uh like stream. Like what? That's 3 more minutes. Basically, I just hit the 20-minute mark for this episode. A solid 23 minutes. Yeah. Um yeah, cuz that's like basically half an hour. If you had, commercials, if it was like regular broadcast television, there would be commercials in between. Yeah, I would love that. I mean, I would say, I think a 20-minute, if they did 8 episodes at 23 minutes per episode, that would work for me. I don't think it has to be super long, but I think I want more story. Um, I don't even have to get a character like reveal. I don't need to know who this guy is or his whole history and backstory or what have you. But I just need more of that type and that style of adventure. Like, it was so much like The Mandalorian, but with a Jedi or, a Force user. Like, that was so cool. Like season 1 of The Mandalorian, where he's just the lone gunslinger out there trying to survive in the galaxy. Like, that type of vibe. It was good. It was good, man. I got no complaints about this episode, as I've stated several times in this stream. Yeah. Yeah, I bet you do. But nope, not yet. Not yet. This is the fun. See, I don't know why I wish they hadn't released all of these at the same time. I know that they're short, and I don't understand the decision to release every new release on Disney Plus on a Wednesday. That just makes absolutely no sense to me. None whatsoever. Like, unless they're trying to save Thursdays and Fridays for theatrical releases so people can go to the theaters to watch stuff. I guess I get that, but I mean, Monday, Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday are available as well. Like, why does everything have to come out on a Wednesday? Like, I get the box office play and everything, but Monday, Tuesday, like, come on. Like, we can get some stuff on Mondays and Tuesdays. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be such an influx of content going to Disney Plus as things progress, and we get back onto a pre-COVID normal track where, studios are open longer, there's more work, there's more projects in the pipeline, there's more Star Wars stuff, there's more Marvel stuff. I mean, your Wednesdays is going to get really bogged down. So I don't know. We'll see what they do. But all right, thank you all for joining me on this episode. This was a very fun one. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We've got content all throughout the week, so be sure you tune in to that and hit that bell icon so you get notifications anytime we go live. Also, watch out for the shorts. I just posted one about this episode. Definitely go check that out if you haven't watched it yet. And what else? I think that's it. Got Daniel Fisher. I'm gonna hit you with this. He just dropped a comment, so I'm gonna read this. This will be the last thing. Perhaps they do Wednesdays, so there's time for the channel's bloggers have time to release their thoughts before Friday to increase more hype. I need to see data. Yeah, me too. Me too. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the data. I don't know. I don't think this is going to be a permanent thing. I don't see this lasting. When did they implement this? Like in April? It was right before, like, no, it was before that. It was actually in January. It was before WandaVision came out. It was because the Mandalorian used to come out on Fridays or Thursdays or Fridays. Can't remember. And after that, after season 2 premiered, they dropped WandaVision on Wednesdays, and then they made an announcement that all content would be dropping on Wednesdays, and then Falcon and the Winter Soldier came out, and they've been doing that ever since. But yeah, I'm going to sign out now. Thank you all for tuning in, and as I always say, peace, love, blessings, and may the force be with you always.